morning, everyone. I'm standing in front of the beautiful ocean. It reminds me of this week's Torah portion where the Jewish people go out of Egypt and they come to the Red Sea. But then the Egyptians pursue them and the sea is in front of them and the Egyptians are chasing after them. And God performs the miracle of miracles and the sea splits and the Jewish people cross through the mighty sea. And when the Egyptians follow them, God brings the sea back together again, drowning the Egyptian enemies and oppressors of the Jews. And the Ramban says that when we witness such miracles, we should realize that there are revealed miracles and hidden miracles in the world. And we have to keep our eyes open and attuned to all the hidden miracles in the world around us. And the Safas Emes gives the beautiful analogy of a famous sculptor who made a magnificent sculpture of a horse. And it was so magnificent that it looked like a real horse. And he placed this magnificent sculpture in the middle of the city square. And he thought that everyone would stop to admire it and look at it in amazement and admire its beauty and its magnificence. But people just walked right by it. And the artist was so disappointed and disillusioned, and he said to his friend, "Why is it that people are not stopping to gaze at this magnificent sculpture?" And he said, "The problem is that it's so real that they think it's just an ordinary horse. They don't realize it's a work of art. And therefore they walk right by it and don't stop to look at it." However, he said, this is what you should do. He said, cut the horse in half, right down the middle. Put one half of the horse on one side of the street and the other half on the other side. And then they'll stop in awe and wonderment and say, wow, look at this horse, this living, real horse that's in two separate parts. So too, says the Sfas Emes, when we look at the sea, the ocean, we think, oh, it's just a beautiful natural phenomenon. If the sea splits in two halves, then we say, wow, it's a miracle. But the truth is that looking at the sea as one united sea and ocean is no less miraculous than the sea being split in half. And that is the message of the splitting of the sea, that God runs nature and can overrule nature and perform great miracles. But we should realize that every part of nature, starting with our very own human bodies, to the world around us, the planets, the sun, the moon, the sea, the ocean. Every time you come to the ocean, you're looking at a miracle no less impressive than the splitting of the sea. But there's a personal lesson about the splitting of the sea. Our rabbis say that in whose merit did the sea split? In the merit of Joseph. Why? Because Joseph was a man who went against his own nature. When he was tempted by Potiphar, and his natural instinct was to sleep with his master's wife, he broke his nature. He split his nature and ran contrary to his nature and controlled himself and fled from his master's wife. When his brothers reappeared before him in Egypt, while the natural instinct may be to harbor anger or resentment or hatred towards those who tried to kill you, he overcame his nature. He broke his nature. He split his nature. And he showed them love and compassion and forgave them. And so the sea split in the merit of Joseph, because the sea split because it said, in the presence of a man who is able to change his nature, we will change our nature, the sea said, and we will split for the Jewish people to pass through. If you want to know what a miracle is that we can perform, anytime we go contrary to our natural instincts, no matter how small or how big that change is, that is a personal miracle. When you want to do something with every fiber in your being, but you choose not to because it's not the right thing to do, you have split your own sea. You have uncovered what lies beneath the surface of your sea, which is your soul's power and potential to overcome the bodily desires and urges. And I'll give you a beautiful story that happened. There is a prankster on YouTube who has millions of followers. His name is Reisman. And he goes around doing social pranks to see what people's reaction is. And one day, he went around with a sign that said, "I'm looking for my brother. Can you help me find him?" And he had a picture of his brother. And he would stop people in the street and hand out these flyers saying, "Could you help me look for my brother?" And see what their reaction was, whether they would help him look for his brother, which was just something he created for a test, for an experiment. And then he saw a man on the side of a road collecting money, a homeless man, and he was holding up a sign as the cars were stopping at the red light, and the sign said, "I'm a veteran. please help me, I'm homeless. And people would stop and put a few coins into his cup or $1 into his hand. And he went over to the man, he said, my brother went missing, please can you help me find my brother? And he gave him one of his flyers. Then he walked away and watched what would happen. And on video, you see, and there are millions of views to this video, the way the man puts down his sign saying, I'm a veteran, I'm homeless, can you please help? And he starts holding up the sign saying, can you help me find my brother? Showing all the cars the sign, asking them for help. And when they went over to him and told him this was just a prank, we just wanted to see a reaction, they said to this homeless man, why would you put down your sign asking for money and lose the opportunity every minute to make money at the corner here and hold up a sign looking for someone's brother that you don't know him or his brother? The homeless man said, what kind of a human being would I be if I didn't help him look for his brother? When we can overcome our natural desires and do what is good, what is righteous, what is altruistic, then we part our own sea and we uncover our own personal soul and potential which lies beneath the surface, which cannot always be seen but is ever present. And then we, like God, are capable of creating personal miracles. Have a wonderful day.